So now that we've hit the 10,000 mile mark, it's time for another oil change, and this makes me think of a point that I needed to make before that you might not have thought about. But when you get an oil change, they might not want to do it. So when I first took it to the Ford dealership for its 5,000 mile, I got there and they're like, "Oh, your van's too tall. There's running boards, there's gray water tanks. We can't do it here. You're gonna have to go to a place that has one of those in the ground pits, one of those quick change type places." So first oil change, I went there, didn't go so well. I'll show you what happened. Next oil change, I meant to do it myself. So you can see they went ahead and just drove the van right through a sign that was hanging over the entryway door. So what kind of went down was I got there, I went in and asked them. They said, "Yeah, we can handle this. It's not too tall. It'll be fine. We've done it before." They pulled into the bay. It's kind of a rainy day, so those doors were closed. And then as they're working on my van, unknown to them, their manager's outside hanging up these signs on these little hooks, like this one said, "Fleet's welcome." So they finished the van, they drove it in just fine, so they weren't even thinking to look up to drive it out. And when they drove it out, they drove it straight through a sign. Pretty much the light bar took all the I'm not going to say damage because it wasn't really damaged, but the light bar is the one that snagged it, and the light bar ended up ripping their sign. The only thing that had to happen was the light bar had to be like repositioned because it kind of got tilted a little upright and just needed to be like angled back down so it was more usable. Other than that, solar panels, fan, no damage. So not the best experience going to this place. So this week's been kind of a stormy week, so I haven't really been able to mess with the van a whole lot. But you can see in the storm, we did get a pretty bad hailstorm one of the days. We had like 3 days of thunderstorms. So that hail, about golf ball size. I was a little worried about the van, the windshield and stuff. It's pretty much where it parks is uncovered. The hood and the headlights, they might be a little bit under like the roof of the house's awning. But otherwise, that hailstorm just kind of beat on it, and it lasted about 30 minutes. So once the storm was over, it was nighttime. I had to wait till the day cleared up and then went outside and I checked it out, and this is what I found. Just looking up here on the roof, solar panel's fine. I kind of wiped it off a little bit. There's no dents in it. There's no dents in the roof, so this all survived the hailstorm. Windshield was okay, and the front of the van was okay, so got lucky. I did learn just researching that pretty much every solar panel is rated for golf ball size hail. And then there's some panels that can go a little bit bigger than that. Maybe if you live down south, Texas, Arkansas, you might need something a little bit more rugged, but most panels will survive a hailstorm. I was driving just today. I noticed the screen, it just said transit. I couldn't do anything. There was no audio. It was kind of like frozen in this transit screen. I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna have to like pull over and shut the whole thing down like nothing was responding. But then it came back. But when it came back, I noticed it had changed. So Ford pushed out like a over-the-air update for vans. If you had a Wi-Fi connection, it would get it. You can see it did upgrade this screen down here. Like this is a different color. It's now bright. I don't know why it shows up yellow on the phone, but it's white. That circulate button was not there before, so they kind of changed that a little bit. The rest of the screen looks pretty similar, maybe almost like a downgrade, but one of the things that I'm unhappy about is you can no longer disable your auto start stop. That's gone. So that used to be a third option on this screen. You could turn that off where your vehicle shuts down at a stoplight. It's a pretty annoying feature. Most people, if you read a forum on any vehicle that has it, it's pretty hated by pretty much everybody in there. So kind of disappointed that's gone. You can use tow haul mode if you wanted. If it was like stop go and you're trying to run your alternator to charge the back of your van, if you put it in tow haul, it's probably going to affect your fuel economy, but at least your van's not shutting down all the time when you're trying to charge your rear batteries. So that's kind of a workaround. Another upgrade, it was hard to find. I couldn't find any like written stuff about what they changed for the Transit, but another upgrade would have been with CarPlay. So you have your screen. This is similar looking to how it was, but now you have this button, the arrows that are expanding. So you can expand whatever Apple CarPlay thing you are doing into your whole screen. So I mean, that's kind of nice. You could have a giant map. Honestly, I kind of like having, you can put your map on one side or whatever you're doing with CarPlay, and then you can have your, like I'm Sirius XM radio on the other side. So that's just a little upgrade. If you don't want it, let's see if we can do this. On this screen, software updates. If you haven't gotten it yet, you can disable your automatic update if you don't want these updates to happen. I'm kind of hoping that they bring back the auto start stop. Talk to the dealer, there's no going backwards, so they can't downgrade my system to the previous setup. I don't know why. But just so you guys know, that's it for this week. It was a rough week for this van. Everything seems okay-ish, other than auto start stop's gone. So like and subscribe, and I'll post more videos as I experience things and upgrade things. Thanks for watching.